We are getting a first listen to a never-before-heard song from Aaron Carter. Carter died in 2022 after struggling with addiction and mental health. Now his team and his sister, that's Angel Carter Conrad, are releasing his previously unheard music. The Recovery album, it's called, comes out on May 24th, and part of the proceeds will go to the nonprofit, the Kids Mental Health Foundation, formerly known as On Our Sleeves. Here's an exclusive first listen to the album single. It's called Recovery. Recovery. Angel Carter Conrad joins us only on CBS Mornings. Angel, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I wonder what this is like for you. You know, you said he had been working on this over 10 years ago, and now you and his team have decided now to release it. How come?
The fans have been asking for the music, and after Aaron passed away, we put together a benefit concert to honor him called the Songs for Tomorrow concert, and we had played Recovery during this show, and the fans were just reaching out to Aaron Pierce and I, who is the producer of the album, and begging us to release this music. So here we are today.
Yeah, and let's talk about your family life, because I think the Carter family has been through a lot. Your sister Leslie died in 2012 at the age of 25. Yeah. Aaron, 2022, he was 34. Then Bobby Jean, your sister, was 41, died last year in 2023. There were 5 siblings. 3 are gone through substance abuse, drug abuse, mental health. Set the table for us about what your family life was like growing up. Why do you think this happened in your family and to your family?
Well, there's certainly a generational dysfunction issue here that comes along with it. But as far as growing up, I mean, there was a time where, you know, we were a really close family and there was a lot of love. But there was a lot of chaos going on at the same time. And
what kind of chaos?
Just, you know, fighting. My parents were just fighting all the time, and, you know, just dysfunction in the home, and, you know, no boundaries, no stability. You know, no one to talk to. It just felt like, you know, if I had an issue going on, I really couldn't have my parents to lean on to.
And then do you think the fame of the family with the Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, and Aaron also, a singer, a famous singer, do you think that added to the dysfunction and the issues in the family?
I do. I think it changed everything, honestly.
How so?
Well, you know, Nick has been in the Backstreet Boys since I was 4 or 5 years old, so a really long time. And once money started coming in, you know, we were a family that had no money. We were from upstate New York. My parents were poor, and they had never seen anything like this before. So once the money started coming in, it really changed the dynamic, because money became the moving force.
And one of the reasons you said you wanted to speak out is because you want people to know all of your siblings have children.
Yes.
And the children were watching. The children will grow up and they will know what happened to their relatives. You say all of this dysfunction does not define you. What is the message that you want people to know?
I want people to know that it is a choice at the end of the day to find the good in even a bad situation. And the good in this situation is that Aaron does have this platform, and my family has this platform. And I would like to turn this ship around and to really start helping some other people and to learn from our story.
Did you think Aaron was close to turning things around? You know, he was in the news a lot, and it seemed, you know, he had a baby, seemed to have a relationship. Did you think that maybe he's going to get out of this? He was your twin, and I always think twins have a very different bond than other people.
Right. You know, there was a time for many years where I always had hope. But in the last few years of Aaron's life, I just was waiting for him to snap out of it. And sadly, he never did. So I did lose hope. And how I worked on that was focusing on my therapy.
And the music, you said, the thing you want people to know, it's much easier to raise a strong child than a broken adult.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? I love the I love the thinking behind that.
I mean, children's mental health is so important, and we want to create a world where mental health is a vital part of every child's upbringing, and that's what I'm doing with my daughter. Is I'm creating a world where there's structure, there's discipline, there's innocence. Children need to have their innocence, and Aaron did not. He was working like an adult from a very young age, and he just wanted to be home.
Why do you suppose you and Nick did not fall into what your other siblings fell into?
Growing up, Nick was gone with the Backstreet Boys
Okay.
a lot, so he was away from the home. And for
What
me,
about you?
I was a very social little girl growing up, and I was in school the longest, and I spent a lot of time, at my friend's house, and with one family in specifically, but I would sit at the dinner table with them and talk about our day. And I think just sitting at the dinner table with your family and creating conversation. It's about creating healthy conversation with each other.
And Nick has struggled with it too, and seems to. That's something that is in his past. That's something that was part of his life as well. And now you want the proceeds from the album to benefit the Kids Mental Health Foundation.
Yeah, so we can continue to raise awareness.
All right, Angel, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
you
me.
coming today. Because you said you were nervous talking about it, but listen, I think you will help people today.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Aaron Carter's single is called Recovery. It comes out this Friday, and the Recovery album comes out on May 24th. We have to say this, if you or someone you know is seeking mental health resources, you can call the National Alliance on Mental Illness helpline. It's 1-800-950-6264, or you can text helpline to 62640. We'll be right back.